name is Celia Myers. It is the leading cause of kidney failure, lower limb amputation, and blindness in adults. It is a major cause of heart disease, strokes, and is the 7th leading cause of death in the United States. Controllable but incurable, this killer's name is diabetes. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention's National Diabetes Fact Sheet of 2011, diabetes affects 25.88 million people, which is 8.3% of the U.S. population. 18.8 million of those people were diagnosed. 7 million of those people are living unaware of having the disease at all. I will discuss the types of diabetes, the differences between them, and who they may affect. There are many forms of this disease, the first one being type 1. Type 1 is an autoimmune disease where the immune system attacks the pancreas, destroying the cells that produce insulin. Insulin is a hormone that moves glucose from the blood into the cells to provide the body with its main source of fuel. People with this type of diabetes need to take daily doses of insulin in order to live. Also known as juvenile or early onset diabetes, it develops most often in children and young adults, although it could appear at any age. Symptoms include increased thirst, urination, weight loss, blurred vision, and fatigue. The second form of this disease is type 2. Type 2 is where the pancreas makes enough insulin, but the body cannot use it effectively, which is known as insulin resistance. However, after a while, the amount of insulin that the body can produce reduces, and again, the body cannot make use of the glucose used to power itself. The symptoms of this type are somewhat the same as type 1, only they are not as abrupt, and the added symptom of slow healing of wounds and sores. This is the most common type and used to be called maturity onset because of its close association with old age, obesity, genetics, physical inactivity, and select ethnicities such as African Americans, Hispanics, and Pacific Islanders. Type 2 is becoming more present in children and adolescents. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, or in other words, the NIDDK, about 80% of the 9 out of 10 people who have type 2 diabetes are overweight, which leads us to our third form, called gestational diabetes, which occurs when pregnant women have high levels of glucose in their blood that their body cannot produce enough insulin to absorb it all. As a result of this, the unborn baby will use some of that glucose to eat, but if it is still too much, the baby will overeat and become dangerously bigger than what a fetus, its size, is supposed to be. This could complicate birth and endanger both the mother and child. After birth, this gestational diabetes will disappear, but according to the Joslin Diabetes Center, women who have had gestational diabetes have a 50% risk of developing type 2 diabetes in 7 to 10 years after the birth of the child. And unlike gestational, type 2 diabetes will not go away. In conclusion, we have seen that diabetes is a serious disease caused by the body's inability to create enough insulin, with 3 different forms to offer. It covers every base and almost has no favorites. Whether you're pregnant, physically inactive, a child, or a fetus, it is easily developed. And mentioned before, the disease is treated, but a cure has yet to be created. So, Be my guest and retain this knowledge, and feel free to come back on the triple cheeseburgers.